What's up?
You want that after the opening question, right?
After the vocab thing, matching pairs.
And then
So opening question,
second.
matching pairs, and then those questions. And is there a time limit on that mountain climber thing?
Yeah, you do it by the question. So the first question is 20 seconds, since it's just like, what is this picture? And there's only 3 options.
Yeah.
All the other ones are 30.
And then when they're done, it'll tell us when they're done?
Yeah.
Cool. And then once you're done with that, I'll take over again on I'll take over with the what's it called? I'll explain the current event in the quiz. I actually need to go to Nearpod though, right? Yeah. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, all students. We are going to be waiting here just a moment till everybody joins in, and then we'll get started. We got some review stuff today. Gonna kind of intro the current event, and then we are going to have our quiz and some time to work. So, happy Friday to you. If you happen to be into basketball, last night, the Purdue Boilermakers defeated IU for the 6th time in a row in 11 out of 12. So that always makes me feel good. So we're celebrating my son Luther, 18 months. Did a little boiler up choo-choo this morning when he woke up. That was pretty exciting. Sorry, Luke. IU had a nice football team, so you guys can at least be happy about that. They got to play third fiddle in the Big Ten. That's cool. All right, well, we still are rocking 17 people. Ian and Kanan, thank you. We are going to be starting here with a Nearpod. So I'm going to go ahead in the Nearpod. I'm going to snag the link here and then go to live participation. It's Spanish. Wait, I think I opened the wrong one up. Is it Spanish Empire? Yes. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link in as I have done earlier in the week. And so here's the link to Nearpod. And if you could, please go ahead and get logged in right away. And then we can get started. While everybody is doing this, just want to again, one more reminder that the school board is meeting tomorrow morning at 9, and then they're going to make the decision as to whether or not we'll be having students in the classroom on Tuesday morning. So, that being said, Mr. Renshaw and I will be making seating charts and all that stuff, and we'll be ready if you are a black or red day, just in case. So, yeah. All right. Right now, appears I'm looking at 12. There are 18 of you out there, so I need a handful of you to use the link. I've put it on there twice. I will put it on a third time here. Let's see if we can't get logged in. That's a good question, Kanan. Thanks for asking. The red day is Tuesday, Wednesday. The black day is Thursday, Friday. And then they're going to do homeroom on Mondays virtually, apparently. We'll see how that goes. All right, right now I'm at 16, so it's 2 of you. Which 2 have not? It's difficult for me to compare the lists. I'm going to go ahead and get it started to respect everyone's time. So we're going to start with an open-ended question here based off of what we either read or watched yesterday. So based on what you either watched at the end of class yesterday or what you read in the article, how did the Spanish king/government make so much money in the New World? All right. This is just an opportunity for you to write a 10 to 15 word response. And just for me to check if you got from the video what I was looking for. So go ahead and do that, please. All right. So a couple great responses here. Forcing people to mine silver, which brought people over from other countries who wanted some of that silver. By having Native Americans and slaves mine silver for him and then transporting it to the rest of the world. Good. So it looks like digging up silver and turning that silver into currency, extracting expensive metals, mined silver from a mountain, broke it down, turned it into coins. Awesome. So it shows me, makes me proud that we have people that did the homework or just did that activity on your own. That's awesome. Wesley, I'm going to go ahead again in the chat function, put the opportunity for you to participate in the Nearpod by putting the login. So if you haven't responded yet, there's a couple of you out there. We have got about 40 seconds, 4 or 5 of you. One response was they had so much money they made a worldwide currency and had a surplus of it since he mined and made the currency. It's great. If you did watch the video, maybe you thought it was cool about how the Spanish king, the Union of Castile and Aragon, if you saw that, made the original money sign. I thought that was pretty cool. We got another person that joined here, Tim. Just putting you in the Nearpod. I'm getting the link on there. So go ahead and click on that and get in. All right. We had 2 people that didn't answer. So let's see if we can't get 100% participation here. So we've got 2 review things coming up here. Okay. All of your answers were spot on. I super appreciate the participation. Get your points today. So this next thing you've already seen. This is the matching pairs. except instead of having 3 minutes to do the matching pairs, this time you have 1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay. And if you're not in the chat or if you're not in the Nearpod, get in it. I'm pasting it again. Come on, folks. All right. Good. I think everybody's in. All right. So 1 minute, 15 seconds to do your pairs. Try to do it in 8 tries. Good luck. All right, Mr. Renshaw, I think he won for the time. A couple of you get in, you're not trying. Let's go. Five seconds left. Come on, you can do it. All right. Kennedy and Joe and Zoe, are you out there? Wake up. Get your head off your pillow, please. All right, so let's go ahead and view the pairs real quick. Can you see that on your screen? Pairs? No. Okay. The pairs were the 1/5 rule. Spanish king and queen got to keep 20% of. They taxed every ship that came in, so it's called the royal 1/5 rule, and that's why they call. This is a terrible thing to tell you this, but that's why they call a fifth of alcohol a fifth, because it comes from that term. To be honest, I know I should never have told you that. Spanish caste system was determined by how European you were. Mestizos were the mix of natives and Spaniards or Europeans. Mercantilism was exploiting labor to get as much gold and silver as possible. Encomiendas was the land grant. Encomendero was the person that got the grant. Mulattoes were Europeans and Africans mixed. Cortez was the conquistador that defeated the Aztecs. Obviously, Catholicism, missionaries were supposed to come in after the conquistadors, and we said that kind of caused a rift. All right, we got one more review game for you. This one's a little bit new for me. Mr. Renshaw, he's always trying to get me to do this new stuff because he's such a young buck over here. He's 32. I'm 35, but I'm a little old just because I got the kiddos. They age you. All right, so this is called Climb Time. Time to climb. Sorry, time to climb. So you're gonna get 5 questions. You get a time limit on each one, and you want to try to get to the top of the mountain. All right, this is the good review. Have fun. Time to climb. We got the underwater one selected with the sound on. Let's see what happens. Maybe slightly childish, but still pretty cool. Nice. Tim, Wesley, Michael, Olivia, Armani, Ian, Zoe, Mariah, Francisco. All right. We got 17 connected. We're waiting on about 2 more, maybe. Adam, Mr. Renshaw, are you connected? Okay, so we got 2 people out there that are not going to climb the time with us. That's fine. They don't want to play our cool game. They don't have to. All right, good luck. See who gets up to the top. You can click on the picture to make it bigger. All right, climbing up that mountain. See who gets there first. Question 2. Which of the following replace silver as the main export from the Americas? All right, Maritza jumping out to the big lead here. The climb of the times, the timing of the climb. All right, question 3. What was the name of the Aztec capital that the Spanish destroyed? All right, Tenochtitlan. Remember that. All right, question 4. We got which explorer supposedly sailed around the world first? I see Mr. Renshaw is in last place. Oh, Ferdinand Magellan. I'm Magellan. Climbing up. Who's going to get to the top first? We got Mariah in the lead. All right, which of the following groups represented the first labor source for these new colonies? This is going to be a tight one. So, our overall leader, Maritza, nice work. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to get this sound to stop. It's really bad. Okay, we're not watching this video. All right, I'm going to end this Nearpod for everybody. All those that participated, awesome job. Again, that game is a little corny. I get it, folks. I get it. We were just trying something new. All right. If we do that in the future, we'll make the time a lot less. It's essentially Kahoot, just not as fun. All right. We're going to, I'm going to share the screen here real quick. And I've got a couple things to go over with you before we get into this quiz. So share the screen, Chrome. All right. So here's what I got for you today. If you go to modules, which you're going to see on my screen real quick here, and you go to week number 2, you're going to see at the bottom, week 115, that's today, current event intro. So after you are done with your quiz, again, you're going to have, you have 27 minutes right now. The quiz usually takes people like 10 to 15 minutes. So this shouldn't take you too long. Okay, use the list of sites below. A credible site of your choice or something that you are already interested in, and start looking at current events going on in the world. Pick 1 to 2 issues or events that are of interest to you. Submit them in a text response below and say why you're interested. So we are bringing back current events. I thought it was one of the coolest things, especially this class's participation was really uplifting. One of the more positive things that I had experienced over hybrid and virtual learning, and I want to keep that going. So Mr. Renshaw has agreed to participate in this as well. I think it'll be a valuable learning tool for him. So, for example, I just wanted to show you real quick. I have a list of different sources on here, but some of you might already have global issues that are of concern to you. And if you're saying, well, that's a bummer, I wanted to pick social issues in the United States. We did that last semester. I feel like we need to try to branch out here and look at the world. And some of it obviously still applies to us where we live today too. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go to CNN for a second, just to show you a quick function here. Can you see CNN? Okay, so if you go to world, this is on almost all these websites, it'll then take you to global issues or things that are happening around the world and not just the United States. So, for example, if you want to talk about the lockdown in the UK and the new strain there, they're using hotels now, even though they were the first to launch the vaccine. Fire destroys thousands of homes in Bangladesh refugee camp. Alibaba, the world's largest cell phone distributor, is facing an existential crisis. You got Olympic prep for Tokyo. A lot of interesting stuff. Okay, if you go down, then if you're interested in a particular area, Iran unveils underground missile base on Gulf Coast. That's slightly disturbing. More than 100 arrested after protests over a black man's death in police custody. So the Black Lives Matter movement definitely is important to areas in Europe as well. Climate, earthquake in Indonesia, Brazil's healthcare, Venezuela revolution. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. North Korea unveils submarine launched ballistic missile. So I would love doing this project personally. But all I'm looking for you to do today is find 1 or 2 things that are of interest to you and tell me why, and then submit it here as a text response, okay, after you're done with your quiz. Your quiz is 10 questions. It shouldn't take you too long since we already reviewed it. I want to make sure, I need to put it right now in the, it's a good reminder, I need to put it in the module. So it's right here on the module, and it is published and it's open. So what I want you to do, again, very clearly, I really get frustrated when kids don't start the quiz. So start the quiz, and then when you're done, find 1 or 2 current events and why you want to look at them. They're not the ones you have to choose. We're going to spend a couple weeks doing some research and talking about it, but then post them as a very easy assignment, okay? The last thing is, if you didn't do your activity from the end of class yesterday, you can still submit that right here. And then if you didn't get your intro turned in, so we had 66 people that turned in their intro. If you did not, you need to send that to me directly, okay? All right, so quiz, then current events, and then you can log off the Zoom after your quiz is over, and you can do the current event on your pace, okay? All right, thanks everybody for a wonderful week. Okay, let's get that quiz started.